our gifts together, that's nation. That's part of when the scripture speaks in Revelation about we are a nation of kings and priests. Right. The kingdom aspect of it means structure, means government, means institution.
I understand that.
That's people need to eat out here. Us talking to them, they're getting spiritual food, but because their ruach isn't in line, they can't really eat it.
Ira? It's Ira. I got one of my best brethren here. It's Ira, right? Zechariah 3:9. This is what I want you to go and think about, all right? Because a lot of us in the Hebrew, in the Israelite community, get caught up with the language and that semantic. I'll call it semantic as I see it, right? Because when I came in, you were required to pray in Hebrew. You were required to say the name and things like that. But that didn't mean that we were holy as sinners. What made us change, and you saw the change in us, was the fact that we were keeping the commandments of God. The law is above the name, right? And above the language, right? Read.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3 and verse 9. For then will I turn to the people at pure language.
For then, that then is talking about in the second coming of Christ. When everything is settled, then we will get the pure language. Because as the brother was mentioning, what we got now is a Hebrew, it's a corrupted language.
Themselves to the revival of Hebrew as a spoken native language. Eliezer ben Yehuda, often referred to as the father of modern Hebrew, looked to modern Standard Arabic as a source of roots and vocabulary that could serve as a model for an expanded modern Hebrew vocabulary. He suggested to the Committee of the Hebrew Language that, in order to supplement the deficiencies of the Hebrew language, the committee coins words according to the rules of grammar and linguistic analogy from Semitic roots, especially from Arabic roots.
Hebrew stems from Akkadian.
Okay.
All Semitic languages stem from Akkadian. Canaanite, Phoenician, Moabite,
Right.
etc. stem from Akkadian, which was the language that came after the demise of the Sumerian civilization, a little before, and Babylonian, Assyrian. Right. So when I read an Assyrian text,
It's like when you mentioned Joshua. I used to say Yahweh Shai to say the Christ. I pray still. When I pray, I say Yahweh Shai. Yahweh being the Father, Yahweh Shai being the Son. You understand? Doesn't mean that I'm gonna be more holy if you say Yeshua.
But
you know what I'm saying?
I know. I'm not saying that's why I say it to be more. I say it because in Ockno, we grew up in the same church, Faith Temple Bible Center, right on Dixwell, down the street. Huh? We wasn't dancing. I know for sure we wasn't dancing. We might do some acting a little bit. Some Christmas.
Thank God we all both trying.
We've been free from that.
Right?
But what I'm saying is, I don't even get into that conversation until we're past, do you know who you are? So I don't press language. Only reason why we had a discussion because the Ak brought it up. He asked me a question. So I answered it. Right. But that's not my go-to.
Gotcha.
Now, Bryce and I had the conversation, and the same response this brother gave me, Bryson gave me. So there's no disagreement there. But if I'm talking to somebody that's new, I'm not drilling them. I'm not, Bible thumping them with as far as language.
The one thing that will call the enemy's attention is what?
Disobedience. Right?
The enemy's attention will be called on when he sees what? Unity.
Man, hey, look, I'm getting chills. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm getting real chills, man.
Man, I wish you could see this.
I love it. I love all the black men.
Okay.
When he sees what? Love amongst our people. When he sees what? The black family being reconstructed.
So let me ask you a question. Can we do that here
We
in
could
America?
We doing it. We're united.
But
Can me and you unite?
Yeah, I mean.
So it could be done.
But what I'm saying is this.
It could be done. You know what I'm saying? It could
all right,
be done.
put it this way. Because, all right, I'll say this. Right? We're saying unity, right?
Right.
There's unity in numbers. How many of us, and this is just an honest question, how many of us standing here right now grow our own food? I'm asking a question.
Not a lot of us.
All right.
I don't know. Anybody has a farm here?
Grow food?
You got your farm?
Anybody?
Why you think we don't have a farm?
Wait, hold on. I'm about to.
They don't want us.
That's one.
Wait, no, I'm about to answer
That's
you.
one though.
I'm about to answer your question.
No, listen.
How many of us have chickens here?
I'm trying to get some meat.
How many of us
personally.
make our own medicine?
We do more. Some of us do holistic things. Yes, sir.
How many of us are skilled in some form of combat?
A few of us.
Right.
A few of us.
When I think unity, right? Love and charity, these are things that I believe
Absolutely.
in the community.
But how would that happen if we don't unite?
We united.
Right.
It's all about communication.
Right. I've been one accord.
look,
I've been one
I'm about
accord.
to tell you.
Yeah. I've been one accord.
Everybody here got some sort of land. I don't mean like acres. I'm talking about like, even if it's that little square plot right there.
Right.
My point is this. This is unity that to go back to your first question, how do we get our people out here? And I said feed and maybe break. I grow my own food. I distribute food out through the nation.
Excellent.
You know, if I got eggs from chickens, I
Excellent.
distribute it out through the nation. I make medicine. You got a headache, stomach ache. You break your arm, you got
that,
inflammation.
Yeah.
Make ointments, tinctures, salve, stuff like that. That is nation. This is what I consider to be nation building. Not excluding the law. That's the law is above everything.
This is nation building. I'm gonna make a small correction for you.
I'm listening.
Nation building will be you holding this brother and teaching him how to grow, how to raise eggs.
But I do that.
Hold on. I'm saying that. No, I'm saying.
But if he wants it, he has to want it though.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we are here to unite our people. And we're saying the same thing. I'm just letting you know. You're looking at elements. We all got gifts. Putting our gifts together, that's nation. That's part of when the scripture speaks in Revelation about we are a nation of kings and priests. Right. The kingdom aspect of it means structure, means government, means institution.
I understand that.
That's what it means. The priesthood means the cleansing of the spirit. You know what I'm saying?
So
getting our people back from the streets. That's what it means.
So what I want to see is from our people. I went down to North Carolina. I met some Hebrews down there. They had 180 acres of land that they were supposedly, having for the nation. Because I don't believe the Most High had his hands on it, it fell. You got 180 acres, you can't do anything with it. It's not meant to be. It's not in the Most High will. So my point is this. If we really want to build, people need to eat out here. Us talking to them, they're getting spiritual food, but because their ruach isn't in line, they can't really eat it. It's almost like we casting pearl before swine.
You a spiritual man, so you should know what does say of the Lord.
I understand that completely. I'm not disagreeing with that.
I'm saying, in order for you to be able to feed an individual, right? You got to know that individual.
Right.
But you can't just feed everybody. For example, my brother, I let you speak.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
For example, you have an individual in the neighborhood, like Deacon, right? Knocking everybody out, this and that. Will you feed that man, or would you want to correct that man first?
We'll correct him. Right.
You got to correct him before you feed him. That's what we're doing out here, my brother. Good. According to Ecclesiastes 12, you got to know who are you helping out.
Right.
And then you will add on. Let's say you help this man out, he cleanses himself, comes over, learns the commandments and all that. Guess what happens now? You have a man that you can build a nation with. Because his family and your family are two families. His family, your family, his family, that's three families. So guess what? The block is going to be safe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not disagreeing with that.
And another thing I want to bring out is this. Let me get Isaiah first. Listen up. Because we got it A lot of us got it confused thinking that just economics and tangible things is going to get us out of here. But the scripture says this. Read.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 52 and verse 3. Thus saith the Lord.
Thus saith God the Lord.
Ye have sold yourself for naught,
We have sold ourselves for nuts, right? Read.
and ye shall be redeemed without money.
We're going to be redeemed without money. What got us sold is what? Rebelliousness. Us going against the commandments of God. So the only thing that will get us out of that is coming back to the commandments of God. You know what I'm saying, my brother? We got to get it to one accord, bro. One accord.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is